Today, in 2026, if you think about how humans live, you'll be wholly unimpressed with the choices we make to impact our behavior. And we're not even aware of this. So, for example, tomorrow morning you wake up, you're feeling mentally lethargic, you have a cup of coffee. It's not magic, it increases the frequency of your brainwave. Some people struggle through the day, have psychic pain. At the end of the day, they have a glass of wine. That's not magic either. It slowed down the frequency of their brain. People rely on stimulants. Red Bull, Monster Energy, 5-Hour Energy, Espresso, Starbucks. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry to increase their brainwave frequency. People rely on drugs and alcohol that historically over time have always solved the riddle of stress and the immediate impact. Yeah, that'll get you out of stress. Now, the consequences will create more stress, but it gets you out of stress. If you feel anxious, you take anti-anxiety pills. If you feel depressed, you take antidepressant. If you have trouble sleeping, you take sleeping pills. By altering the frequency of their brainwave, by ingesting stimulants, or narcotic-based pharmaceuticals, or CBD and recreational drugs. But you know, it doesn't have to be that way. Life is vibration. Life is resonance. Life is frequency. The earth is all frequency and vibration. But in this vibration and frequency world, our brains, the human brain, 8.4 billion of our brains, oscillate in a frequency range. Every one of us. That frequency range is 41 hertz. It is 5 categories. Delta, theta, and alpha are slow waveforms. These are slow frequencies in sleep. Beta and gamma are fast frequencies in action. So let's unpack this for a second. And this is one of the things I like about neuroscience. This is math and physics. There's not a lot of gray issue. It's not a lot of what if or maybe. This is direct. When your brain is oscillating 0.5 hertz to 4 hertz, we know what you're doing. You're in dreamless like deep sleep. When your brain's at 4 hertz to 7 hertz, we know what you're doing. You're in a lucid dream state where your cells are cleaning their toxins and doing your cellular maintenance, and your mitochondria is restored. This is the healing zone of the human body. That sounds like a place you want to visit. It's true. If you want to live a long life, have resilience, and deter yourself from disease, you want to spend time in theta. And theta is the reason why humans must sleep to stay alive. Many people don't know this. If you don't sleep 12 consecutive days, you don't live day 13. Why? Because your cells have to do their restorative healing. So that's theta. It's like a lucid dream state, just above deep sleep. And it's a specific frequency. Alpha is 8 hertz to 12 hertz. This is synonymous with creativity, being in the zone, falling into sleep. So 3 of the 5 categories of our brainwave is in sleep, which would further reinforce the importance of sleep. Beta, 13 hertz to 15 hertz, is you're awake but not overly inspired. 15 to 20 hertz is the learning zone. That's right. There's a zone and a frequency associated with encoding new information, learning things, and consolidating that to memory. This is frustrating for many when they first learn. What do you mean there's a frequency to learn? Then they stop and they say, you know what? All the hours in my life that I lost trying to learn when my brain wasn't in the right state, holy cow, that's like a couple years worth of time. Think about the last time you were reading a book and you got up to use the restroom and you come back and you look at your book and you're like, where was I? I didn't read that. Then you flip the prior page. I didn't read that. Then you flip the prior page. Because your frequency was either too slow and you were mentally lethargic, or your frequency was too fast and you were distracted. So 15 to 20 hertz is the learning zone, specifically 18.4 hertz. 20 to 25 hertz is where many people spend most of their day. Fear, stress, anxiety, worry, impatience, agitation, distraction. Think about it. Fast frequency. Oh, no wonder my brain is distracted. No wonder I'm easily agitated. 25 to 30 is more of the same. This is when you're having a bad day. And of course, when you're having a bad day, your friend looks at you and says, wow, you're grumpy. Wrong thing to say, man. I will attack you with vigor. My frequency's going too fast. I'm not in control. I'm certainly not in command of my thoughts. And then above all of this, stress and chaos, there's a sweet spot called gamma. It's 39 to 41 hertz. And this is synonymous with being mentally acute, really peak in your energy and your focus, but also activating your olfactory, your gross motor cortex, your sensory motor rhythm. You're literally prepared for unstoppable certainty. So, with that being said, your mood, your thought, and your behavior is directly correlated to the frequency of your brainwave. So hopefully this demystifies how we live and how we function. None of this is magic. Coffee's not magic, Red Bull's not magic, white wine's not magic. What Blake created was a software filled with magic. We're talking 250 megabytes to 3 gigabytes of math, physics, algorithms, pitch and frequency matrices, as much complication as you could possibly imagine and then some in software. Then we put music on top of this software. You put a headphone on. We then present your brain with signals, precise signaling that your brain synchronizes to. How would you like to have the only product of its kind ever invented? That's what we've done. We've stood alone as a company of one for 36 years. This is the 18th year of leading this enterprise. I'm going to share with you, this audience, a few differentiators, because don't take my word for it. Trust the facts. We have 52 medical advisors. These are the world's leading statistical biophysicists at Harvard Medical School, NASA mathematicians, the former medical director of the NFL, neuropsychoimmunologists, medical oncologists, neurosurgeons, neurologists. It doesn't matter who you are. We will reduce your sympathetic tone and lower your stress within a couple minutes. We will hold you in this healing zone of theta. Your parasympathetic nervous system will rise and elevate to levels of amazing healing and restoration. Your vagus nerve will be activated. Your breath will slow down to 1 breath every 10 seconds. The entire body, from your toes to your prefrontal cortex, will be oxygenated. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the healing zone, and we can do this within 4 to 8 minutes with a headphone and an eye mask. Health, resilience, longevity, mental acuity, emotional regulation and balance all begin with a balanced nervous system. When your nervous system is in balance, everything's easy. The problem is, nobody's nervous system is in balance, so nothing's really easy. In Western medicine, we apply ointments and salves and Band-Aids. We're managing symptoms. We're not doing root cause analysis. There's no holistic approach. But if you balance the nervous system, all heal begins. Everything begins with a balanced nervous system. We're the only technology in the world clinically proven and patented to balance the nervous system of a human being. It doesn't matter who you are. From monks to punks, pilots to passengers, elite military, professional athletes to weekend warriors. It does not matter. Remember, this is math and physics. Today, as you mentioned, on a single mobile app, we have every outcome that you could want in your life. Deepest sleep, 0.5 hertz. Rescue and power nap, 4 hertz, healing. Flow state, 7.83 hertz. Focus, 18.4 hertz. Priming, 40 hertz. Ignite, 41 hertz. You don't need coffee. You don't need white wine. You don't need CBD. You don't need lavender spray. You don't need pharmaceutical intervention. You don't need any of it. Do you have access to a headphone? Do you have a mobile phone? We can help you.